Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we're going to be back in Minecraft again today. We are just basically going to be pushing through and trying to finish Westdale over the next couple of weeks or so. So Minecraft is going to be the default for Saturday at least, as well as the rest of the week, except for Fridays. Fridays we do Lego. So yesterday we worked on bags 3 and 4 of the Bumblebee Transformer set from Lego. That VOD is now available on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. So if you want to go check that out, please feel free. And it was a pretty chill time, and we got into a little bit of trivia. We got into how the Spawn Chunks podcast started. And if you don't know, that's my podcast about Minecraft that I do with Pixel Riffs. And I just finished hanging out with Pixel Riffs this morning, as well as the other people in our Discord, where we did the Minecraft Hangout, which is something we do for our patrons on the Spawn Chunks. So it's been a busy Saturday so far, and we're just going to keep on trucking. We've got some landscaping to do. We're going to pick up where we left off on Thursday. It hopefully should be a pretty chill time. Coming up this week on Tuesday, I don't think there's going to be a stream. I've got some maintenance happening here in the apartment, and it's going to happen in that window when I normally stream. So stay tuned for that. I'll update in the Discord. I'll also post on Twitter and on Blue Sky when I have an adjustment for that. It may just mean that there's not going to be a stream at all on Tuesday. It might be an evening stream. I'm not sure what's going on. So we might try something different. If I end up in a really weird time slot, I might just do a different game or something. There was a game mentioned in the Hangout this morning called City to Town or Town to City or something. Might want to check that out. It sounds like a fun city builder. So anyway, that's where we're looking at for next week. Everything else should be normal. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday should be all regular streams next week. And as well, of course, we're talking about the new shelf block on the Spawn Chunks on Monday. So busy times over here in the studio. So I hope everyone's having a good Saturday so far. Dan Grice, good to see you. SweetSandi, Blast Jordan, hello, hello, hello. JPrice, good to see you as well. I see there's also some people lurking in the background. Appreciate the views. If you're just not someone that likes to chat but wants to watch and chill out, I appreciate it. It does help us on the algorithms. Not that Twitch is a lot for discovery, but it does help a little bit. And honestly, if you really want to help the channel, it costs nothing. Just tell a friend. Or if you see my tweet or you see my post on Blue Sky, share that around. But really, it's the personal recommendations that go a long way. So texting a friend, or next time you're talking to somebody about Minecraft on your favorite server, mention the Spawn Chunks, mention my stream, mention Pixel Rift stream for that matter too. And hopefully we can get in some new eyeballs on the Westdale build on the Citadel. So speaking of, let's just flip on over. So we are in the keep right now. I should be okay to go get my stuff. Pretty sure we emptied our pockets at the end of the stream last time, so it should be pretty easy. So we've got another set of banks to do some, I think, adjusting on the geometry of the hillsides. I've been on the server for 30 seconds and it's raining. Hopefully this is not foreshadowing of the day to come. With admin privileges, I do get tempted to just be like, turn off the weather cycle just for today. The problem is I will forget to turn it back on. I never find it helpful though. I never find rain in Minecraft useful. It's good in an early game when you're growing crops, but other than that. Also, do I have shaders on? I do. So we set ourselves up over here because we were working on this section, and I think, if I recall, we have yet to finish the top part of this cliff. Yeah, I'm gonna do some landscaping up there. Oh, and I gotta do some andesite stuff down here too. I'll probably make that back part andesite as well. We'll start there. I knew that was going to happen. There's even an andesite behind there. You know, with all the updates that they have going on with Minecraft, I really wish they would update swimming and water mechanics. I really don't feel like it's finished to the point where it should be. I know I've complained about this on stream a little bit lately, but I really find it jarring the way that the water mechanics work, especially when you have Elytra on. I also think mob pathing could be improved to the point where, like, I would like them to get the mobs out of the path of the player. Oh, I just got rid of that water, didn't I? Crap. Mikatu subscribed at Prime 4 months in a row. Thanks very much, Mikatu. Like, what was that that just happened? Like, what was that rock skip jump thing that just happened with my Elytra? It's so dumb. I want bucket. Thanks very much, Mikatu. Appreciate it. I'm going to do this one as well. That should be it. Like, I can't move. I suppose it needs to be a chat game, how often I complain about water. This should be a subtle difference, but I think a difference worth making. Yeah, it's having the andesite there front. Nice. And I also think we'll do this back one. What was that? Like, weird. I wonder if it's a server thing. It's like having gravity in a game that doesn't work right. You know, if you've ever played like a first-person shooter where like the gravity is off. I might actually change these ones. Well. Yeah, why not? Of course I'm out of slabs. Oh, that sucks, Dan. Pulling a muscle is no fun. No fun. Especially if it's something like a shoulder where you tend to use those a lot during the everyday. You know, it's like a calf or quad or something. I mean, I suppose most muscles you're going to use every day, but I find that something like a shoulder you absolutely will notice more so than others. Go up top and add andesite up here as well. That's another problem. I think I'm just going to make this whole thing andesite. Let's cut down front part a little bit. Yeah, it's a bit cleaner. I like it. This, however, might be better off a little bit lower. All right, now, are there any places along here? Everything looks to be okay. I might want to take out that top part. think that should be okay. Oh, we need to go get more grass. Crap. Ferns too, for that matter. Alright, ferns first. He's throwing wrong way. Oh man, thoughts of a broken collarbone. I've never had that happen to me. I've broken an arm before, but never a collarbone. Knock on wood. How we doing? Stack. I think we get 2 every time we harvest, right? Yeah. I do like having that kind of redstone stuff around. Alright, so now we're gonna need probably more bone meal. And we'll sleep, and then we'll go get some more grass, but I'm also gonna need another set of shears because my shears are not gonna last that long. Oh, I have some. Right, I've got spares. So I've just been flying off in random directions. I don't know if I've really been very far this way, so let's just see if we've got some grass over here that we can cut down. Specifically, I'm looking for a plains biome. That'll do. What's my favorite foliage? Honestly, I think the new bush block. This guy. I think that's currently my favorite. Firefly bush, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess when I was thinking foliage, I was thinking like something that doesn't really do anything. But yeah, there's lots of things to consider then. Spore blossom. Yeah. When I think foliage, I think all the different green things like bush, grass, shrubbery, that kind of thing. I tend to separate flowers from foliage in my head. I think because I use them in such different purposes, right? I say that, and the wildflowers are very useful. Obviously a cave somewhere. Very close by. Nice. This is a pretty cool cliff for 115 Minecraft. Right, put this in here. Here we'll use those. Yeah, the leaf litter, I mean, is the leaf litter foliage? I mean, I guess it is technically. It certainly would fit under that umbrella in the game, but I don't think about it as foliage because it's dead, right? It's weird how your brain kind of thinks like that. Oops. Didn't know what that noise was for a second until I saw the chicken. think that's most of that bank done. Oh, I missed a spot down there. And somewhere it went up by 3. There it is there. Oh, missed a spot again. Probably go with this one over here too. Probably get a log in here. How we doing? I think that's solid. Ripping through the bone meal. Oh, I thought it was a lot closer to the edge there. Where would the 115 or 118 begin? So I'm pretty sure that I had it trimmed to this continent. So anything beyond, I mean, you can't see it now, but we would have explored out past here. There's like an ice spikes biome over here. So there's a good chunk of this that's all old content. But then like there's a pale oak forest there, right? So, and then I want to say that's a lush cave. So it's not far. Like we don't have to go super far to get new stuff. And up here, I can't remember. There's something out there. There used to be a big desert here, and it's been changed. And I don't know if you can actually see the world border anymore. Usually the world border was under the ocean, but like there's a double ocean monument up here too, which is too bad. This is in the medieval area. I would love to build some cool sci-fi looking thing here with those two ocean monuments so close together, but we have to look elsewhere. There's another spot on the server where I think there might be a double monument. I'm not even sure if setting up double monument is even worth it. It might not be. Feel like we got most of this. So I know there's going to be some stuff here going to be problematic, but for the most part, I think we're doing okay. I would like this to change. Yeah, not bad. I might want to get rid of this front one. Have the rock look like it sticks out a little bit more. And then I think I might get some coarse dirt and use that along the bottom of the cliff as well. It's not going to make a huge difference, but I find sometimes doing something like this can help. Could hide the technical stuff with a medieval castle in the ocean? I could, except for I've been building medieval for 4 years and I'm done. I would like to try something new, for sure. Now again, I don't think that's going to make a huge difference, but it's just enough to make things look a little bit more natural, I think. You want me to stick around in this place, Sandy? You don't want me to leave Westo? We really had most of this done the other day. There wasn't a whole lot that had to change. One little spot of bone meal I want to hit, and that's about it. Now, where was it? Right over here. And there was one more. Right up top. MindTripMedia, thanks for the lurk and for the 100 bits. Very much appreciated. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Nice. I think that wraps us all the way around to this tree. I think that's a solid effort. Cool. I think we're okay for these for now. Mikatu, thanks very much for hanging out for a bit. Have a good afternoon. So it's the same idea. I'm going to try and come up with something a little bit more interesting down here. We've got this little thing there. The path is going to be here. So really anything about there would be cool to have something custom. But we also have this build to consider. I feel like something there would make sense. I like that these trees are so close. That's awesome. I feel like that needs to be built out a little bit. Whoops. This should be pretty straightforward to smooth out. Getting a little tricky through here though. Yeah, that's starting to look. Ooh. All right. I feel like, is that the wrong spot? That was the wrong spot. Yeah, that's not bad. I can certainly cover that up. Oops. It's wild when you think about all the world generation that goes into a Minecraft world. Like all the math must be so interesting if you're at that level of programming and understanding. It's sand. Yeah, that didn't take too long at all. I thought this was going to be the more challenging side of things. I feel like here we should have some more custom shrubs and stuff. Yeah, minus the flowers. I really like the way that they did the pixel art for these bushes. Even without shaders, it looks like light hits them in a certain way. I mean, I know obviously it's right on the sunbeam right now, but even without that, I feel like they do a good job. I feel like here we could also add a little bit more forest dirt. I'll come back in with other textures later. Oh, some of those grass bits are a little bit too uniform. They have a little bit more variety back here. Let's try there and there. We'll do burn. That's better. All right, folks, I need to take a short break. Seeing as the sun's going down, I'll sleep just so we don't get any mob spawns. But this is something I do about once an hour. Give myself a chance to go grab a cup of coffee, refresh the water. You should too. Grab a snack, maybe even grab a friend. Let them know that we're streaming, and I will be right back. Always cool seeing the bees flying around at the bee farm. Anytime you can add motion and animation to Minecraft, it's such a cool thing. Thanks, Dan. Except for when they get stuck. Then it's pretty funny. Can you fit through there? Can't get underneath them. Now where'd you go? I guess he went out the window. I really like the completion of all these paths. I find it very cathartic to walk around in the thing that I have finished over the last 4 years. I feel like we want another tree in here. Make life a little bit easier. Let's grab a couple of those. Tried this before and it didn't work. Hopefully this will work this time. Go. Yeah. And we'll put another one somewhere up there. Nice. Oh, whoops. I don't know how I missed that earlier. Oh, boo! Tier 1 subscription. Thanks very much. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Cloudberry, hello. How'd you find the stream? Just got in from a 48-kilometer bike ride to Obu. Pardon me while I settle in. Look. I feel ya. The workouts have been intense this week. Intense. Pretty good. If I do that, I need to change this. Whoops. I guess it has to go there, doesn't it? Maybe I'll switch these two. Sure. Oh, we got some flowers. I knew that was going to happen. Maybe we'll switch these two. Again, this is more of like a custom corner because of how close it is to the path. Elkhorn, how's it going? It's been a hot minute. Thanks very much for the raid, Elkhorn. Welcome in, welcome in. Kay the River Cat, Diamond Miner Mom, Charlie Pratt. The herd is a word. Word up, says Elkhorn. Hello. Thanks for the raid. Folks, what we're up to on Elkhorn's stream, I'm assuming Minecraft, but we can get some details too. Ginger, hey, how's it going? Ginger has resubscribed. Tier 1, 62 months. Thanks so much. That means a hype train is very close. And an anonymous gifter gave Elkhorn95 a tier 1 sub. And that should have kicked off a hype train. Yes, it did. Halfway through level 1, 4 minutes and 43 seconds left. Thanks ever so much, folks. Wow. I'm just looking to see what Elkhorn was doing on stream. While I'm waiting for Elkhorn, and Elkhorn, if you need a raid and run, I appreciate that. You have probably been live for a while. I need a screen break, so please do that. Folks in my chat, there is a link to Elkhorn's channel in the live chat. Later on in the Joel Duggan VODs, it's Elkhorn95, spelled like it sounds. Ginger the Lily with 100 bits, kicking along that hype train, and SweetSandi with 200 bits on the hype train. Thanks ever so much. Elkhorn says, it has indeed. I was over on Dragonfell working on checking in armor stand placements and building a mecha battleoid to defend the flower forest from invasion. That sounds like a lot of imagination. That sounds awesome. Folks, go check out what Elkhorn was doing on Twitch and Minecraft. Very, very cool. The anonymous gifter, thanks very much again for the gift sub for Elkhorn. Folks, if you're new to my channel, my name is Joel Duggan. I do the Spawn Chunks podcast with Pixel Riffs. I also stream here on Twitch 5 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday. And we had a schedule change. I now do 10 a.m. most weekdays. Saturday is still 1 p.m., but 10 a.m. from Tuesday to Friday. And right now we're working in Westhill. Westhill is my medieval town build. I've been working on this for 4.5 years, almost 5 years. We are really, really close to finishing it up. Right now, what we've been doing is landscaping this western bank of the Spruce River. So the Spruce River is this river that winds all the way down through the kingdom here and actually goes under a culvert there and goes down through the western quarter of the town. But this is all originally generated in 115. That's how old the world is. So some of the cliffs were not the best. So all of this has been custom. We have not finished the waterfall. You can ignore that. But everything else here has been custom landscape as we've been working around and trying to make Westhill feel like it's got a border. And you can see here where it stops. This is what it looks like naturally. You can see where we started to kind of create some custom stuff in through here. But all of this, well, actually, I've just recently finished sculpting that out. But all of this is vanilla. Like this is what it's been looking like. It's not awful in some places. Some places it's okay, but it's pretty bare. And so what we'd like to do is try to create a little bit more interest and green coverage. And in some cases like this, probably create a cliff. We've run into situations where it's been better off to create a stone cliff where things are very steep. So we've been probably going to do something like that over here too. Minute and 55 left on that hype train. If anybody wants to jump in, it's a tier 1 sub or 100 bits. Getting a new emote from Twitch. This has really come along. I haven't worked in a long time. Kept up via the spawn chunks. Very cool. Thanks. Yeah, I update everybody every week on the spawn chunks. I've actually had some feedback. Somebody said that they find that I've been on the project for too long, and so they're done. It's like I guess you don't like weekly news from Minecraft. Like our login is the first 10 minutes, 20 minutes of the show, and after that, it's all completely new every week. Elcorn with 100 bits. Thanks very much, Elcorn. And thanks for raid again. So yeah, that's where we are. And I've just been doing a little bit of custom edge stuff because this is the closest to you. I'm trying not to be too precious up in here. I do think I want to add one more tree though. Probably somewhere around here. Do I want it lower? I think I want it low. Maybe we'll try one here. This is going to be trickier to do. I can maybe throw it this way. If I get rid of this temporarily and then put it back. Really? Nothing? What's the deal there? I find spruce saplings very odd. All right, fine. I guess no tree there. That's the end of that hype train, folks. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. All right, let's put those back. The Wormbow, hello, hello. So the process for this has been pretty straightforward. All we've been doing is just no, I got the bits from Elkhorn. Thanks though, Sandy. Yeah, I got them. Whoops. You think your brain is melted over the week? Yeah, you and me both. For different reasons, I think. Normally what I do is I go around and I pepper in some ferns. Oh, that's not going to work. And then we just go around like crazy and bone meal the place, and it fills in quite nice. Although I probably want to put in some more custom stuff down here at the bottom. A couple of these. I do find it tends to overkill on these a lot. But I think that's been true of this ever since they added seagrass. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. So we're not doing flowers just because they're very bright up against the mint grass colors. So we're just kind of keeping this as strictly green as we can. And then I just bone meal absolutely everything. And we try not to go up by more than 2 blocks at a time, because then the green tends to cover the dirt sides. And you're left with a pretty full looking landscape by the end of it. It just takes a hot minute to get it all done. And then when it's all sorted, it looks like that. And you very quickly see the spots where you went up too far. I need to make some adjustments. Or if you just missed a spot. Where was that spot? Right there. Oh, has no bone meal, that's all. And I've just been leaving this random. I just go around and trim out the roses, or not the roses, but the poppies and the dandelions. I'm not sure what flower would naturally grow in a taiga forest, but the red and the yellow don't seem to be what makes sense to me. I could be wrong. Let's see how that looks from the ground. Still definitely missed some spots. I think I was working more over here. Yeah, I feel like one of these could easily be turned into a fern and look a little bit better. Maybe this one. Just sometimes it can get a little repetitive. Yeah. It's simple, but it's really effective. The old saplings have a stupid check radius for block conflict. Is it 5 by 5 or is it 3 by 3, Alcorn? Oh, spots in here. I don't like that you can't click when you're in grass. It's very confusing. You don't see the hitbox. Might actually want to make this a bush. Yeah, I could probably cut this one away too. I should probably make that mangrove instead, actually. It varies from sapling to sapling. Really? That's a pain. I guess that would make sense if the spruce sapling is also one of the saplings that you can make a 2x2 tree with. That tracks. I wanted mangrove. Oh, they're there. I was like, I thought I had a lot more than that. I find mangrove leaves look really good in taiga biomes. Create a nice contrast, which is actually something I should do a little bit more of. Now that I'm thinking about it, like a spot like here might be better served with a bush. Just to spice it up a little bit. They do create some nice contrast. Weirdly, these are in some sort of strange shadow. I don't know what's going on here. Like, where is the shadow coming from? It's like the block next to it is lit up. That's weird, no? No, I guess there is a shadow there somewhere. I guess it's that. Minecraft shaders are strange. Now, is there a place in here that I can put a bush? Probably. Should have done this with mangrove in the first place. Yeah, it's better. Strange that those are not lighting up quite the right way. I think I might bring this down a little bit. Same thing with the neighbor. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can't do that. Oh, that's what I just did. Hold on. Yeah. Not bad. probably pepper in a little bit of coarse dirt here. I keep on forgetting that one of the nice things to do is put some dirt slabs on the hillside. Also helpful. I don't know about anywhere that I can see to do it here. Maybe here. Yeah. If I do that, I can maybe do that as well. I'm going to keep this, but put dirt underneath it. Creates a little bit of an overlap there. Cheers, Elkhorn. Thanks again for the raid. Appreciate it. Folks in my chat again, there should be a shout out further up, but you can just go check out Elkhorn95 on Twitch. Oops. So really, I think back here I can just throw some bone meal around and we'll probably be okay. I guess I should put in a couple of these. No flowers. That should bring us all the way around to that next tree. Looks good to me. I've not done any landscaping through there, so I'm going to have to wait and do that. In the meantime, though, we can probably put some of this in here. It's a little bit dark. Why don't we try coarse dirt, and then we'll go... No, other way around. Sometimes it works and sometimes it just doesn't. Maybe we'll just go lighter along here. Coconut ice cream, Mikatu. You are on your own as far as I'm concerned. Not a big coconut fan. Texture or flavor. I won't, like, scoot it off my plate, but if it's on the menu, I'm not ordering it. Same thing with banana ice cream. Nope. The only thing that I want to taste like a banana is a banana. Baked banana flavor is just gross to me. Oh my gosh, game. So I think I want to try to add a little bit to this tree here. It would be cool if it had like a custom branch on it. Oh. Lucid Worm, hello, hello. I want to say one of these directions is going to work. Probably this one. Just enough to catch the sunlight. If I do that, I guess I could probably put it in a different direction. Pretty good though. We'll see what it looks like going the other way. Obviously, we won't use both. What did I say? Lucid worms? Sorry. Lucid wolf. What I get for reading the chat too fast. I think it's a little bit more subtle coming towards us. I'm going to do that. And over here, I think I'll put a fence gate. Now that's subtle, but it does work. Now, one of the things that I've been doing, which I haven't done recently, but is a really good trick. I'm going to try this with that tree back there. I did this on a couple of other trees farther south. I think it was this one that I was looking at. You switch out the trunk. For this one, I'll have to go up and actually get to the top of it. I may have to replace the top parts here. And then from far away, you end up with this other sort of type of tree in the background. It's subtle. It's really subtle. But I quite like it. And I've done it over here. There's one back there. Another one over there. Another one there. It's really, really subtle. But I do like it. I don't think it would work as well if you did it like on the front. I think it has to be kind of like a background tree. And obviously it looks better when the sun is rising. Where else could we do this? Maybe we'll do more of it over there. Some of these are pretty front and center. Dirt, grass, stone. One less thing to carry around. Blast Jordan gifted a tier 1 sub to Lucid Wolf M. Thanks very much, Blast Jordan. That's very kind of you. Man, squid are just, who needs a squid farm? Just work in a river or near a river for a while. I wonder if I could put some firefly bushes over there. I wonder if that might be a cool thing to do. Feels like a good spot for them. Yeah, maybe. It's that or some reeds. I might put some reeds around the bend here. Probably right there. I'm not sure what's gonna happen there. We're getting there though. We're pretty close now. This is part 7, I think, in this stream series. But we're all the way up to there, and we only have to get to here. I might want to pop around the corner here just a little bit. Just probably to about there, but like that's not difficult because we've got the bridge is gonna help a lot with that. I think this is gonna be the longest part here. I think this is gonna take a long time. Blast Jordan gifted another tier 1 sub to Charlie Pratt. Thanks very much. Folks, if you get a gift sub, you can join the Joel Duggan Discord by connecting your Discord and your Twitch and then you can just follow the prompts and you'll get an invite to the Joel Duggan Discord. You can just go to your Discord connections tab and you should see access there as well. Well, that's cool. Trying to sleep here so we can take a final look at this in the daylight. Nice. So today we started off, we had completed a lot of the sculpting over here, but we hadn't done a lot of the foliage. So we've added all the greenery through here, finished up some custom bits through here, changed the rocks out. We've got some andesite now in here. It's not a lot, but it's just enough, I think, to have it make sense. This is all andesite up here, which actually looks quite nice. I like the fact that it's nice and shiny. I think it goes very well with the mint grass. All of this is covered. We've added in a custom tree somewhere, just change the bark. I might want to actually add another tree up in here. It feels a little bit empty. I might throw a tree up in there next time. I like the custom branch. These are still in shadow, which makes no sense because the sun is really low. I feel like this might be like a server needs to reload sort of situation, because these are lit up like they should be and these are not. So something is wonky here. I'm not sure what's going on with those block spaces. I might have mined them too fast or something, but that's very, very odd. I don't know what's going on. And then we completed all of this to about here. You can see right where it all kind of stops. And we'll pick up where we left off next time. And it'll probably be another bout of sculpting. We'll probably get as far as we can to here. And then I got to figure out what's going to happen here. This is probably going to end up being a rock. We've done some very similar situations here where I've just changed the end of it to look like a stone cliff, and it makes a little bit more sense than just having it be a big pile of dirt. But like I said, that's probably going to take a long time through here. Thankfully, it comes down and stops, so that we'll have the ability to round this out a little bit, and hopefully it'll work out okay. Some stuff looks pretty cool though. Like I quite like that. I'd like to keep that, but I would imagine that some of this lower stuff here is going to end up being stone. Anyway, I'm going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. There is usually someone on a Saturday. Let me just look up some of the people that I follow. Got Cub is doing some Cubscriber server stuff for a year. Mythical Sausage. I want to say probably Cub is a good shout. I really enjoy Cub as a streamer, and I think y'all should add them to your follow list. So I'll send y'all over there. I hope you're having a good weekend. I will see you on maybe not Tuesday. It'll probably be Wednesday, because again, I've got some maintenance happening here at the apartment. So check me out on Wednesday, 10 a.m. I'll be 10 a.m. all next week until Saturday when I go back to 1 p.m. So Saturdays are 1, weekdays are 10 a.m. You can follow me on Twitch, on Instagram, on Twitter, and Blue Sky. I'm all Joel Duggan. I'm very easy to find. Check out the Spawn Chunks podcast. It's available on your favorite podcasting app. It's free. It's all about Minecraft. We're going to be talking about the new shelf block. There's a video on my Joel Duggan VODs YouTube channel where I jumped into Bedrock and played around with the new shelf block. So that was a lot of fun. You can go check that out. And check out the Patreon page. If you have not done something like these generously wonderful people here on stream, like sub or donate bits, then the Patreon page is another way that you can do that. Some people prefer to do it outside of Twitch, and I really appreciate it. Patreon also gets you access to the Discord. It's only $2 a month, and it does a great deal to support me here on the channel. I really appreciate it. Sandy, thank you ever so much for the moderation today and for the moderation this week. I really appreciate the help. You're awesome, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.